Right, wonderful, wonderful. Now, today we're starting off and we're kicking off on a new series and talking about the invisible things and invisible factors that drive growth and success in business, right? And this is very, very important. It's very important for a number of reasons. Sometimes many of us think that it's about what we do on the outside. It's about the marketing that we're doing. It's about the strategy that we're coming up with. It's about all these things. And why all these things are not bad, right? The reality is that before you start to talk about strategy, before you start to talk about marketing, before you start to talk about any of those types of things, there are certain things that must be in place first and foremost. All right, now before I go on, I want to say for all of those that joined us at the prayers yesterday, all right, it was absolutely phenomenal. All right, please go ahead and send in your, tell me, how it was. Tell me, share your testimonies. The video is on YouTube. Please go ahead and watch it again. It was very powerful. It was very prophetic. And we just gave words about certain people's business. It was really just wonderful. So please DM me your testimonials and experiences from these things. All right, it's always very helpful and it helps a lot. All right, so we've been, so to this month of June, all right, we want to really talk about what are some of the things that, as an entrepreneur, one of the ways you need to think, the ways you need to look at issues, right, if you are going to be successful in business. And listen to me, between me and you, this is probably one of the most important teachings I'm probably going to do ever on Market Faith, right? And I'm saying so because I understand how critical that really is. All right, so please, I need you to really pay attention and stick with me all through the month of June as we go through this series, as we talk about this series, and really share, because I want to share with you from a place of deep, from a very deep place for me, because some of the things I'm sharing with you are things that if I had known earlier, or if I had realized earlier, my business journey would probably have been, a lot more different. Okay, so and that's why, I'm sharing these things. Sometimes people wonder that why, do we share? In fact, people sometimes tell me that, all the things you give out for free, these are things that we pay consultants for. These are things that, we pay, several millions for, and things like that. And the reason why I do these things is very simple. Firstly, I'm passionate, all right, about people growing, people developing, especially in their business. Why? Because I feel like the growth of people in their business, it's not just a reflection on them. It won't just benefit them, it benefits their families, it benefits all the people around them. So whenever you find someone who is unable to take care of the people around him, chances are that the income he is earning or the things that he is doing is not very exciting, it's not very rewarding. And really, what I really want to do, our goal, I was talking to our team the other day, and I said, look, our goal really is the fact that if you can run a business, right, that can thrive well enough to take care of you, to take care of your family, to take care of the people around you, then I think we will have called this, will have been a success. Market Faith will have been a success. And so whenever you are out there, if the content that we put out there helps you in your business, it helps you to become more profitable, it helps you to grow, all right, please share that with us, because for us, that is the definition of the win. That is what we're really looking forward to. We're really looking forward to people who are running businesses that are thriving, because thriving businesses take care of them. Thriving businesses take care of their families. Thriving businesses take care of their children. It takes care of their kids are able to go to the best schools, all those types of things, because they are running thriving businesses, right? And the reason also is very simple. And this is, and I'm I'm teaching now. Many people are entrepreneurs not because they really want to at first, but because many of them have to feed their families. So the way it is, right, there probably aren't that many jobs to go around the entire country. And so people have to start businesses so that they can feed their families, so that they can do things and all of that, so that they're not just idle and all those types of things. So what we'll find is that people start buying and selling, even though they are not necessarily entrepreneurs by design. right? And one of the things Market Faith seeks to do is to see how we can help people like that to ensure that they are able to achieve the kind of results that they need to achieve. Because many of them, if they had a choice, they probably wouldn't choose to be entrepreneurs, right? But because in many situations they don't have that kind of choice, they have to become entrepreneurs, and they have to do what they have to do so that they can feed their families and ensure that everybody around them is fine. So because of that situation, right, people start doing things, many of them not necessarily things that they enjoy, not necessarily things that they love, but things that they have to do so that they can survive and so that they can grow. And so but the challenge that that creates, which is why I'm teaching this today, the challenge that that creates is that for a lot of people that are now doing business, because they see what they are doing as a temporary thing, as something that they are only doing for a short period of time, and they don't see themselves perhaps doing it over the long period, then what that means is that they are not able to give their best and put in all the things that they need to put in to ensure that the business grows and that the business succeeds. So here's the first thing I want to tell you today. If you have that type of mindset and that type of mentality, that because I didn't want to do business in the first place, therefore I will not take this business seriously, or I will do it only half-heartedly, listen, if you think a job is going to come down the line and save you, the question I have for you is that what if that job does not show up? What are you going to do? That business that you are running is probably going to be the most important thing that you are doing ever in your life to deliver your family from the clutches of economic hardship. So this is very important, and what we're talking about is extremely vital, right? Listen, it's a noble thing that you decided to start that laundry business. It's a noble thing that you decided to start that cake business. It's a noble thing that you decided to start cooking. It's a noble thing that you decided to start graphic design and to start web design and all those types of things. It's a very noble thing, because it's important that you don't just sit down and fold your hands, and that you get the kind of reward that you need for your life. Many people are not able to get married because they're not making the kind of money that they want to feed their families and all those types of things. So it's a noble thing, absolutely noble, that you have decided to do what you have decided to do. But the question is this: if you think and you have the mindset that because this is not really what I want to do, I'm not going to put in my best and do what I need to do, right? Then you are going to be in a situation where at the end of the day, it's really not going to matter that you started a business, right? And what I'm saying is very critical, and many of you can resonate with this. And if you can resonate with this, maybe you can put it in the chat box for me and tell me that, listen, I can resonate, I understand, what you're talking about, right? Because it's absolutely essential that you understand what I'm saying to you today. So listen to me. What am I saying? If you are in that place where you now think that, listen, this business that I'm doing is a transition, right? What if that transition becomes the main thing? What if your side hustle becomes your main hustle, right? This is very, very, very critical. All right, so many people are doing what they have to do so that they can succeed and they can thrive and they can excel in the business that they are doing. Absolutely important. Okay, so now that you are now in business, all right, there are many circumstances there are many factors that have come to play, but the reality is this: now you are in business. Now you have started that fashion business. Now you have started that laundry business. Now you have started that security business. Now you have started that cooking business. Now you have started. Now that you have started, what next? Now that you have started, what next? And that's what I'm talking to you about today. The first thing I believe that you need to work on when it comes to the business that you are doing, and you need to spend some time working on this, if this is not you, all right, is the first intangible thing that I want to talk about today. The first unseen thing that I want to talk about today is the power of believing in yourself. Listen to me, child of God. Listen to me, entrepreneur. If you don't have self-belief, there is nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter why you started a business. It doesn't matter how you started a business. It matters that you believe that now that I have started, I will succeed. Now that I have started, I will do far exceedingly abundantly, far above what I can ask, think, or imagine. Now that I have started this business, I must excel and I must do it well. Now that I have started. This mindset is absolutely essential. Let me tell you something. and I'll share my story, right? And try to be as vulnerable as possible, right? One of the things I did, I've always wanted to help businesses, right? Right from when I was very young, right from when I was, I used to organize events, seminars for people to attend, and all of that. And what we're trying to do is to give them, empower them, and help them. So I grew up understanding that I am an empowerer, right? I am a teacher, as someone that would love to empower people through the avenue of teaching and things like that, right? Now, so in the process of doing that, right, I've realized that even for me, right, starting a business, one of the things that did for me was that I went into savior mode, where I tried to help and see how we can save businesses, right? But I realized that people were not willing to pay for it. It was not very rewarding, etc. And so after doing consulting for a number of years, one of the things I did, right, was to step back a bit so that I could replan and re-strategize myself. I realized that what I was doing, even though I had come to a place where I didn't really believe in myself anymore. I felt like I should be making a lot more progress than I was making at the time. It just felt like as if there should be a lot more and a lot more things that I'm doing and all those types of things. But I then eventually got into a place where I wasn't believing in myself as much as I should. And that is a very terrible place to be. That place where you are, where you don't believe in your ability, where you think other people will succeed far more than you, is not the best place to be in life at all, right? And we share as we go along. So, what is self-belief? Please write this down if you can. Judging yourself to be capable of success. What is self-belief? Self-belief is judging yourself to be capable of success. Listen to me. Whoever you are capable of success. You know what that means? It means that you have looked at the pros and the cons. Whenever somebody wants to deliver a judgment, they look at the pros, they look at the con. They hear one side of the story, they hear another side of the story. And on the basis of that, they come to a conclusion that this is what exactly is the judge. This is what the jury has come to say concerning this particular situation. So what does it mean to have self-belief? It means that you judge yourself to be capable of success. In other words, you've looked at all your experiences in life, you've looked at who you are, you've looked at what you've done in your lifetime, and you come to a conclusion that, listen, Deji, you can do well. Deji, you can do this thing. Deji, there is more to you than what you are currently doing. All right, so you must define what is the definition of success, and you must then judge yourself to be capable of producing that success. Listen to me. If you are ever in a place where you believe that other people will succeed but not you, or you believe that you will not succeed whether other people are involved or not, listen, just pack up your business and go home. Look for a business that you can do where you believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, this is a cruel world. The world does not necessarily believe in you when you yourself do not believe in yourself. That is the way this life works. I don't know why it works that way, but that's the way it works. In fact, the people that seem to succeed the most are the people that are self-confident, not necessarily the people that sell the best products. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The people that succeed the most are not necessarily the ones who sell the best product, are the ones who believe that, listen, this thing that I'm offering is the best thing that can happen to you since sliced bread. The people that succeed are the people that believe unequivocally. Listen to me, and I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a deep question, sincere question. Ask yourself this question. Do you really believe that the product or the service you offer can add value to people? Do you really believe that what you are doing can add value to one person? Listen, I totally believe that Market Faith can add value to people. I really believe it. And listen to me, whether we're talking to one person or we're talking to 5 million people, right? I really, really believe that I have enough to say that can help somebody move from one place to the other in their business. I truly believe it. There was a time that maybe I didn't believe it as much, but listen to me. Listen, I've worked on myself over the years to come to a place where I believe it more and more. So now, whether there are results or there are no results, I know that this is what I can do, sir. You know, recently a lady came to me and she was recommended by somebody else, a more senior person to me, like a mentor, and recommended the person to come and see me and talk to me about her business, right? And when she came to me, she was unclear about what her direction was. She was unclear about what she was doing. She wasn't very sure how she was going to succeed, and all of that and all of that. By the time we spent 30 minutes, listen, by the time, I kid you not, by the time we spent 30 minutes talking about her business, and I was helping her see how she could dimension the business and achieve the kind of clarity that she wanted, right? She was so excited. I've never seen somebody's face light up so quickly like that. And listen, for me, that is it. Why? I just believe that there is a grace that God has given me concerning these things. There is a grace that God has given me. Listen to me. I am right now, I am my biggest fan. It wasn't like that some number of years ago, right? Wow, my time is fast spent, because I want to get into how you can become somebody like that. Because it's not enough to talk about self-belief. You must become the person that believes in themselves. So here's the thing, right? What mindset must you have to achieve your goals, right? Because let me tell you something, if you don't believe in yourself, you must understand something. Your vision will be tested. Your goals will be tested. And if you don't believe in yourself, you will give up very easily. Listen, one of the reasons why people start many businesses is because they don't believe in what they're doing. Can we tell ourselves the truth? When you see somebody doing restaurant business and tomorrow he has moved to another thing, he does not believe. He does not really believe. Listen, let's tell ourselves the truth. Do you really believe in what you are doing? Because if you don't believe in what you are doing, no problem. Find what you believe in and stick with it. Another philosophy says, do whatever it is that your hand finds to do and force yourself to believe in it. Either way is possible. But you must be a believer. You must be your first ever believer. Because nobody is going to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. Because listen to me, my ability to believe in you is dependent on the way you believe in yourself. I don't know if you understand. If you believe in yourself so much, you can convince me to believe in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, I've seen people that what they are selling, there's no big deal to what they are selling. But the way they believe that this bread that I'm selling is the best thing that can happen to you, even you will be compelled to believe them. So how do you work on yourself to get to a place where you are the number one believer in yourself? I've gone through this process, and that's what I want to share with you today. So why is self-belief important? Number one, it determines what you chase after. Self-belief determines what you chase after. So what that means is this, right? If you are when you find yourself lacking motivation for something, check your belief in yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you find yourself lacking motivation for something, check your belief in yourself. The second thing that why self-belief is important, it affects your staying power when things get rough. Things get rough. Will things get rough? Absolutely. Your belief is what determines your staying power. Because let me tell you something, I believe this with all of my heart. There is almost no business that cannot do well. The question you need to ask yourself is that the definition of well in this business, is this what I want? I'll give you an example. I told you that I've started a consulting business and I've been doing consulting for many years. Now, but I got to a place where I asked myself that the kind of money I want to make, will this consulting give it to me? When my answer was no, I had to pivot. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen, you may have started a restaurant business and that business was okay. Right? The business yielded a couple of things, you got a few things, you got some result here and there, all those types of things. But the question you need to ask yourself is this: is this business what will take me to my promised land? If you don't believe that this business was the one that will take you to your promised land, you have two options. You have to change that belief, or you change that business, but you cannot continue the way you are going. You cannot continue the way you are going. If you don't believe that this business will succeed, pack it up as soon as you possibly can, move to something that you believe in. I did that personally for myself. So if you want to do it, I will not stop you at all. I just have a plan, have a transition plan, and have a strategy. So, but I did not stop doing consulting. As I speak to you today, I still have a few clients that I do some work for, but my focus is also in some other areas. Why? Some of you need to move out of what you're doing, make more money somewhere else, and then come back and follow your passion. Your passion is not going anywhere. If you're passionate about it, it will come to you. So I'm saying so because you need to, if you don't believe in yourself, it will be very hard. This journey is hard already. Why do you make it harder? By not believing in yourself. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Wow, I need to run. Number 3, why is self-belief important? Self-belief is attractive. Self-belief is attractive. Why is believing in yourself important? Others want to join you when you believe in yourself. The only time that people want to invest in you is when you have already invested in yourself. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't invest in yourself, listen, some people, the reason why they don't take courses, they don't do the things that they need to do to grow their business, is not because those things are expensive. It's because you don't believe. I want to ask you a question. What is too expensive for you to become the best that you can be in this life? What course, what program is too expensive for you to become the best version of yourself that is possible? What is more expensive? See, I was talking to someone and I said, I want to take a course. And the course I'm trying to take is about, I don't even know whether I should mention it here, but it's very expensive in dollars, in thousands of dollars. I said, I want to do it. Why? Because I said, the people that are doing it, I want to know what they know. What are they learning? And see, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with reading books. I have, a library on my phone where I have books that I'm listening to at every point in time. So there's nothing wrong with reading books. But listen, they are just, see, when they tell you that a course is $50,000, you need to ask yourself, what are they teaching them? Whatever they are teaching them, I want to know. I want to go there. I want to learn. I want to do it. And listen, for me, my goal is very simple. The reason why I want to even attend those type of courses is that so that the value that I add to the people in the Market Faith community is higher. Because I really believe that I have value. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I've come to a place where I believe that I have value. I really believe it. So if you don't believe in yourself, you cannot be attractive. People who don't have faith in what they are doing, they are not attractive. They keep talking. Have you ever gone to a party or gone to an event? You are talking more about other people's businesses than you are talking about your own. Check it. It may be a sign that you don't really believe in what you're doing. Listen, and my goodness, my time is fast spent. Maybe, we may need to break this thing into two, because honestly, what I have to tell you, because next week I'll then talk about how to build your self-belief. Because I want to take my time to talk to you about this thing so that you can become. I don't just want to sound good. I don't want to sound like a cliche. I want you to really, really become. I want you to really, really become. Because I want to give you practical steps that you can take to become the kind of person that believes in yourself. So here are some of the things that we've said, right? We've talked about the fact that, listen, the way you started your business is not what matters. The fact that you have started is what matters. Listen, you never wanted to get into the security business, but now you are in that business. Deal with it and let's move on. You never wanted to start your own business, but the nature of your country is such that you had to start. Deal with it and move on. You are in there now. Stop whining. Snap out of it. Stop talking about the good old days. Stop talking about the past. Focus on the future. Break away from the limitations that you have placed in your mind. Break away from it. Stop telling yourself that you can't do this, you can't do that. Do not do this. You are more than this. You are bigger than this. You have more in you than even you yourself realize. So listen, I know that if I did not lose my job, by now things would not have been this bad. Listen to me. Shebi, you have now lost the job. Move on. Move on. Get busy. Get your business. This business that you have now decided to do. Listen, this consulting business I'm telling you about, that I pivoted from, or that I'm in the process of pivoting from, this business was still the same business that took care of me for the last many years, took care of my family. So the business has been good to me. I will not lie to you. But what I want is far greater than what that business was giving me. And so I had to tweak things a little. So I'm not saying, are you with me? I'm not saying that you should drop everything today and start doing something else. That's not what I'm saying. You must plan a transition to get into whatever it is that you want to get into. But the first and fundamental thing is this: you must believe. What did we define as self-belief? Judging yourself to be capable of success. You judge yourself. Don't allow everybody else just judge you. You judge yourself as capable of success, whatever the definition of success is. And we've said that you must define what success is. Ask yourself if it is worth pursuing. Ask yourself if it is rewarding. And then what mindset must you have to achieve your goals? Listen, you must come to a place. Listen, let me tell you something. I need to stop, right? Because we have a time that we want these teachings to be so that it can be short and powerful, right? But listen to me, there's more to me. I really believe that there is more to me. I truly believe it. And listen, I don't have time. I will tell you stories, maybe, and that's why I want to break this down for you, right? So that next week I take the time to share with you. And I want to share with you some of my own personal experiences, things that I went through that seem capacity for self-belief, and how by the grace of God I'm able to come out of that. And listen, what I'm sharing with you are not things that I've shared with people. So how I got to a place where it just seemed like things were, I started losing my self-belief, and how God helped me out of it, because I believe that God is going to help somebody out of it as well. So I want to say thank you, all right, for joining me today. It's been wonderful. I thought that I would have moved, further from here, but I think this is very, very important. I don't think we should rush it. I think we just take it easy, right? Take it one step at a time, and then we will dissect this, we will break this down, and it will be super duper helpful for you. Please, 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 I want to encourage you. Please join me next week, 6 p.m. right here on Instagram, right? Or if you're joining on YouTube, wherever you're joining from, join me at 6 o'clock. Whatever you do, invite a friend. If you know anyone who is shattered internally, if you know anyone who is suffering from self-doubt, please invite them. I beg you, do them a favor and invite them, and tell them, listen, if there is no other teaching you will listen to this one. Listen to this one. And I'm saying this also because I know the things that are going on in our economy today. For many people, this power of self-belief is critical. Because when things are bad, you make it worse when you yourself don't believe in yourself. Please, like I said, don't forget, next week Sunday I will continue this teaching, and I really believe that how you can believe more in yourself, how you can believe practical things that you can do, I really believe that it will help you. Thank you once again for joining me today. God bless you. All right, have a fantastic week. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your week, that this week you will experience the goodness of God. The evidence of the goodness of God will be manifested in your week, in the name of Jesus Christ. I'm praying for you that in everything that you are doing, the hand of God will rest upon you mightily, and you will excel by the grace and the power of God. God bless you. All right, have a great week. I join you in prayers all the time, trusting God that for the miraculous, all right, in your business. God bless you. Have a solid week.